Well, hey there, and welcome back to Heimler's History. Now, we've been going through Unit 9 of the AP U.S. History curriculum, and in this video, we're going to look at migration and immigration patterns in the 1990s and the 2000s. So if you're ready to get them brain cows milked, well, baby, let's get to it. So our task in this video is as follows. Explain the causes and effects of domestic and international migration over time. So let's start with internal migration in the U.S., and just as a reminder, migration is when people move around within a country, and immigration is when people move into a country from another place. So you might recall that in the last unit, there was a significant migration after World War II to the Sunbelt states. Partially, this was because people in the defense industry moved to those states for work, and partially it was because Northerners were tired of the butt-cold winters in the North. Well, that pattern continued into this period, and thanks to the advent of affordable central air conditioning in homes, the Sunbelt states became even more attractive. Now, this continued population shift from the North and the Midwest to the South and the Southwest had serious political consequences. In general, populations of the South and Southwest have leaned more conservative, and over the course of the last couple of decades, Sunbelt states have grown in population and therefore have added seats to the House of Representatives, while Northern and Midwestern states have decreased in population and have lost seats in the House. But internal migrants weren't the only cause of population increase in this region. During the 1990s and 2000s, international immigrants began streaming into the Sunbelt states as well. Many of these immigrants were from Latin America and were drawn to the states like California in order to find agricultural work. And others came from Asian and Middle Eastern nations. And with respect to the economic impact of all these new folks coming into the nations, economists generally agree that their work has had a positive impact on the American economy. For example, Mexican immigrants have taken a large portion of low-wage agricultural work in the Sunbelt states, and while many nativists complain that Mexican immigrants are taking jobs from Americans, often that's not the case. These immigrants are working in jobs that Americans are often unwilling to do. The Institute for the Study of Labor has tracked those metrics and told us that Mexican agricultural labor has had close to zero negative effects on jobs available to American citizens. And that means that on the whole, this kind of labor performed by immigrants has a net positive effect on the American economy. Now, how was it that all these immigrants came streaming in during this period? Well, you might remember that in 1965, Congress passed the Immigration and Nationality Act, which allowed immigrants to come to America in much larger proportion than was previously possible. This act, combined with the Immigration Reform and Control Act of 1986 and the rise of illegal immigration, has had a staggering impact on American demographics. Prior to 1965, international immigration contributed about 10% to American population growth. Since then, international immigrants make up about a third of America's population growth. In the 1990s, over 9 million immigrants entered the American borders, and many of them settled in the Sunbelt states. This has led to the sharp increase of immigrants in the U.S. population, while the white population of the U.S. has declined. In the 1990s, white Americans made up about 75% of the U.S. population, but by 2011, it was a little more than 63%. In fact, just listen to this and let it blow your mind. Demographers predict that by 2050, if these trends continue, white Americans will no longer be the majority demographic in America. Hold on, you trying to tell me that by 2050 I'm gonna be a minority? But I hate minorities. How? What? Sorry, man, didn't mean to ruin your day. Okay, it was a short one, but that is what you need to know about Unit 9, Topic 5 of the AP U.S. History curriculum. And if you need help getting an A in your class and a 5 on your exam in May, then click right here and get a review pack. If you were helped by this video, you want me to keep making them, then let me know by clicking that subscribe button. Heimler out.